An endless flow of birds. I look back here, I just hold the camera here so you can see them all coming. An endless flow of birds. They almost can form patches of carpet on the lake. There's still a whole other batch coming here. Just hold your horses. Looks like we won't see the sunrise this morning, the sun disk. The green hills. We have two kings today, King David and Herod Antipas. He really wasn't a king, he was a tetrarch. His father, Herod the Great, was the king. The Romans didn't want to have another successor to him, to Herod the Great, so divide and conquer. Somebody also said the Herods in that generation were incapable of being together. A dysfunctional family. So Herod's having a birthday party. And we have the story of John the Baptist and the conclusion of his life through Herod's weakness. Herod regretted ordering the execution of John the Baptist, but he had allowed his life to develop in such a pattern that he was enslaved to what others thought. He was enslaved to his own passions. He wasn't a free man to do the good and what's true. And then we see David in the book of Sirach, so we're talking 800 years after his life, more or less 8 centuries or so, or 9 centuries after his life. The book of Sirach is one of the youngest books in the Old Testament, in the century before Jesus. Maybe by Jesus' public life it was about a century old, if that. And usually through poetry and retelling stories of great heroes, they can grow a little, and that's part of the context of this book as well, the heritage of 9 centuries of the great image King David had, the expectation of his successor who would come, the son of David. But also a great understanding of his person and the core of his person. Reading through and listening to the audio of today's reading from the book of Sirach really alerted me to how God's people became aware of all the accomplishments. When we look at the book of Sirach and The preceding chapters are covering various great personalities of the history of salvation, through whom God accomplished so much. In the Magnificat we pray, "For he who is almighty has done great things in me, holy is his name." And that's the spirit of the book of Sirach. It's praising God for, before that again, creatures, the different creatures of creation, and then when it starts recounting the marvels God has done in the great heroes of salvation. And so among those is David. And it captures very well the love he had for God. The truth of recognition that God was God. Two little mounds here. I'm not sure if they were made by animals or just got dropped here. Who knows? He recognized his creator. He recognized God had a major role in his life, and he loved God. And the expressions here in the book of Sirach are so beautiful in that regard, and inspire us also to prompt us to let God impress our mind, our heart, and our heart, to our heart react. When people do beautiful things, you say, that is beautiful, that is uplifting, it's noble. This morning I saw the video that is praying in February for sick children, seriously sick children in hospitals, and it's a beautiful video by Pope Leo, prayer intention for February. And when you just are there present in that prayer, praying along, you can't but help feel an extraordinary love for those children and for their families and for all who care for them. To love God with all our heart, all our souls, all our soul, all our strength, all our mind, all our talent. This is the fulfillment of the human heart, that the mystery of God, of his creation, of his love comes into our lives. Maybe that's the invitation we receive today through David and through Jesus Sirach, who writes this book. That our hearts are filled in the love of God. Augustine would comment that our hearts are restless until they rest in you. And poor Herod wants to have a peace with his colleagues, so he'll let John the Baptist get killed. Herodias wants to find a peace by eliminating John the Baptist, eliminating God's voice in her soul. These people have set up quite the show here, huh? These fishermen. Maybe it's a good morning for fishing when the sun isn't so bright. What an operation to have here. The water is rising, but still not successful enough. Dobre jutro. Boker tov. It's interesting how this place is looking different now as the water is rising here. I don't want to go in there. I hope you didn't get wet there, people. Imagine all of this under 2 to 3 meters of water. We're hoping for more rain to fill up the lake. But as cloudy as it is, we're not promised rain these days. These guys need a lot of breakfast. So they're looking for little fish. They're making quite the noise as well. I'm not sure if you can pick it up here. I can hear it. It's quite the sight, isn't it? People, God bless you. See you later, alligators.